When cooking wholesome, whole food meals, one of the key pieces is condiments. So if you're cooking a whole lot of grains, beans, proteins, and vegetables, it can get boring really quickly. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what kinds of condiments that create not only good taste, but also good health. So I want to distinguish a few things for you and show you some of the favorite things that I have in my kitchen. Maybe some new items and maybe some things you already know. First and foremost is always oil, olive oil. We need our healthy fats, but we also want to make sure that they are very high quality. So there are two specific things to look for when buying oil. One is that you want it to be organic and extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil means that it is a particular grade of olive oil. The second thing you want to look for is to make sure that it's cold pressed. When an oil has been cold pressed, it means that it's the first press. So you can imagine the olives on a big press, right? After the first press, the press gets hot. And as oil heats up, it actually fractionates the oil and changes the kind of fat that's available to the body. So we want to always make sure that those two things are on there. Now, another key essential piece in the kitchen is always salt. Now, salt is a wonderful thing for making sure we have good flavor. However, there are different kinds of salt. And for health purposes, Celtic sea salt is the absolute best that you can get. Now, table salt doesn't have very many minerals. And there's another kind of salt like Himalayan sea salt you might see, red salt, black salt. Those have about 50 minerals. Celtic sea salt is from a particular part of the ocean, and it has 80 plus minerals, including iodine. And iodine is one of the most important pieces for metabolism because it stimulates our thyroid gland, which is the metabolic center of the body. Okay? So using Celtic sea salt daily just enhances your metabolism and also ensures that your body's getting minerals every day. Now, the reason we want minerals is that most things we do in life deplete our minerals. So if you have stress, if you're in traffic, if you get into an argument, if you eat sugar, maybe a little bit of coffee, every time we have those things happen, our body needs minerals in order to get us through those events. So replacing them frequently is very, very important. Also, another sort of salty flavors. We have two different kinds of soy sauces here. This is called tamari. And tamari is a Japanese soy sauce. It's fermented, which means that it has a lot of healthy bacteria in it. It's also free of MSG and has a naturally occurring sodium level. So that means that although it does have a high sodium level, it's going to interact with your body differently than a traditional kind of soy sauce. Okay? And this would be used in stir fries. You could put it over brown rice. It makes it nice and salty. Sometimes you marinate fish in it. Lots of different things can be used with the soy sauce. Now, Bragg's liquid amino acids is also a soy sauce. However, the difference is that this is made from soy protein. Okay? And it was originally designed for vegetarians. So in protein, if you look at grains and beans, they have different kinds of proteins, but when you put them together, they can form a complete protein, very similar to animal products. So beans and rice are what's called poor man's meat. So they contain the same amount of protein as in meat. Now, if you put vegetables and rice together, it does not contain protein. It is void of a particular amino acid. So Bragg's amino acids contains that blend of amino acids that when you put grains and vegetables together with Bragg's amino acids, it creates a complete protein. So it's a wonderful thing for people to use for not only taste, but health benefits, especially if you're a vegetarian, because it gives you more protein and lots more options than you could get just without using it. Okay, so it's a very, very good resource to have. And they also have it in this fancy little spray bottle, which is kind of strange, but at the same time, it gives you just the perfect amount on your steamed vegetables. So it's a very, very good option. Another kind of out there but still important to mention, this is something called veganase. And veganase is like mayonnaise, but it's a vegan source, so it's egg-free. Now, it's not that eggs are bad for you, but one of the things that's really wonderful about veganase is that it has high-quality oils in it. Now, oils are one of the things that, as we look at our health, the kind of fat we put in our body really dictates the health of our body. So This particular mayonnaise is a good high-quality oil, which gives you those healthy fats without taking away from or having the kind of fat that stores in your body. This is a good choice. And same thing, you can use an olive oil spray rather than a canola oil spray or a vegetable oil spray. This just gives you a different kind of fat while you're cooking. Maybe you can make some sweet potato french fries, etc. And two of my favorite shakers. This here is called gamasio. Gamasio is another Japanese condiment. It contains sesame seeds, sea salt, and garlic. It's wonderful over steamed vegetables, over salads, or even in soups. And one of the reasons why I love this is that as you're looking at whole foods, sometimes people find that they're lactose intolerant. And when you're lactose intolerant, you're not getting as much calcium. So in a whole foods diet where someone is lactose intolerant, we add in dark leafy greens, which have a good amount of calcium, and we also add in sesame seeds. Per tablespoon, sesame seeds contain 1,300 milligrams of calcium. This is a really great way for women to ensure they're getting their daily dose of calcium, and it's in a tasty, crunchy way. And this particular one is called kelp. Kelp is a seaweed, which we'll talk about in a later video. But kelp is something that contains a lot of iodine. So again, it helps with our metabolism, and you can shake it over anything you're eating. It doesn't change the flavor, and it's a good additional mineral source. And last but not least, actually I have two more. This is called umeboshi plum vinegar. It's another Japanese condiment. And umeboshi plums look kind of like, I don't know how much you can see in here, but these are little pickled plums inside of here. Pickled plums are very salty and bitter. And salty and bitter flavors detoxify the liver. So this is a way of getting a great flavor and also a highly detoxifying condiment. So I love steaming cabbage, putting it over the cabbage, steaming broccoli. It's just a wonderful flavor. If you like salty flavors, you will love this condiment. And the last thing that I love to have in my kitchen is coconut oil. Now, coconut oil at first glance looks kind of like lard, and it looks like it wouldn't be so good for you. However, coconut oil is fantastic. There's a difference in the kinds of fats. So olive oil is what's called a long-chain fatty acid. Coconut oil is medium-chain fatty acid. It also has a high flash point, and your body uses it as fuel. It's utilized by your liver, converted into energy, and is burned immediately. So it does not cause weight gain or any side effects. It actually is so fantastic. A few condiments that both provide a great variety for your foods and wonderful health. So go out, try some, and experiment. Enjoy.